Now tell me, since I saw you last year, a lot has happened. You were just about to get married, you got married, and you told me you don't think anything's going to change. Is that still true?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, relationships kind of change and develop and evolve based on how you are and how you treat the other person. Wearing a ring or having a marriage certificate doesn't really make a difference.
So now let's talk a little bit about you off camera. You hosted the Filmfare Awards last year with Ranbir Kapoor. Your comic timing was amazing. You guys were hilarious. You share a rapport. What was your experience like?
That was actually the second time that we hosted, and both times we were acutely aware that everybody was going to be watching and judging us on that. So I think we put in more work than we have possibly on the films, because we sat with the writers. There's about a month of pre-production that went into each one of the shows. A month of sitting with the writers, working out the dialogue, working out each and every sketch that we were doing. Rehearsals, stage rehearsals. Finally, it came down to us being on location, on the set of the Filmfare Awards, on the day of the awards. So from around 3 p.m. to 6 p.m, we did the entire show with entries, exits, award handouts, everything. We finished around 6 and went up to change into our suits, came back down at 6:30 and started the entire show again.
Wow, that's a lot of hard work.
Yeah, but that's how you get it polished, that's how you get it sharp. And both times, and excuse me for bragging, the first time we hosted, it turned out to be the highest rated episode of Filmfare ever on TV. And the only time the record was broken was the second time when we hosted it again.
Now, you have an off-screen friendship with Ranbir. Of course, you're on-screen, in a sense, rivals because you're in the same industry. You know, people obviously talk about this. Does that ever affect your friendship off-screen?
I'm not going to lie, it does sometimes get difficult. Very often, there will be stories in the media. Sometimes a particular newspaper or a particular journalist will say something or write something that can create some tension between people. But I mean, I have to give it to him. He's always been very big and very good about picking up the phone and calling me and saying that, listen man, there's a story that came in the paper today and I didn't say that, don't take it seriously. So he's been really good about that.
Oh, I'm sure it's reciprocated as well.
I've always believed that if there is something good or bad, you pick up the phone on someone, you talk to them, and things will work out whichever way they have to. If you got to fight, then you fight face to face. But if you want things to be good between someone, again, you got to talk to them. Now,
in the recent past, item numbers seem to have become very fashionable in the Indian film industry, including with the males. And your uncle did a fantastic number himself. Would you ever consider doing an item number?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think it's something that could be a lot of fun. The idea there is to just give the audience something to smile about. Most times, 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with the film. It's just pure entertainment value. It's to give the audience something to go, ooh, nice.
So what was your favorite scene of Delhi Belly?
Wow. I think any scene involving Kunal. Kunal Roy Kapoor, who played Nitin, our roommate in the film. Have you ever met Kunal? The guy is like an overgrown teddy bear. He is the sweetest, gentlest, nicest human being on the planet. And for him to play a sleazy, unpleasant character like that is incredible. But I mean, the guy is one hell of an actor. He's a fine performer. And every scene he's in just kind of sparkles. The scene that I really enjoy is is actually the scene that we all auditioned to. Kunal, Veer and I all auditioned for our parts together. The final screen test, they were testing all 3 of us. It was a scene where the 3 of us are sitting around a carom board, conspiring against our landlord. Kunal turns up with these photographs of the landlord with a prostitute. And we're conspiring about what to do.
I do remember that scene, it's hilarious.
That's a scene that really kind of sets up the tone, it sets up the relationship between the 3 guys. The dialogue is very sharp and moves very well. So yeah, I like that scene a lot.
Now, also recently, a lot of movies are being made where the younger heroes fall in love with older heroines. If you were to do a part like that, which older heroine would you pick?
Reshma Kapoor.
Why?
Because she's stunning. I mean, I've been meeting her quite a bit off late because I'm working with Kareena. And I've got to say, man, she looks stunningly beautiful, considering she's got kids, she's actually retired from work, but she looks incredible.
You've been generous with your time, with just a few Facebook fan questions. We posted that we were going to be meeting you, and they have a few questions for you. One of the Facebook fans wants to know, what is your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is inadequacy. It's the idea that I might do something badly, that I might not be good at something. I was always kind of brought up with this notion that if you're doing something, you have to do your absolute best. You can't let anything go half measure. So, I mean, that's what drives everyone in my family, that's what drives me. So if I'm given something, I'm like, no, I have to be good, I have to be good, I have to be good.
Kind of like a perfectionist.
Perfection is something that we should all aspire to.
And another Facebook fan would like to know, so do you consult your uncle Aamir Khan for any of the projects that you do?
No, you know, to date, Aamir has never read a script of a film that I'm doing. He's never met a director or a producer. In fact, he hasn't seen most of my films.
Really?
Yeah, true story.
True story?
Yeah.
And they want to know, you do a lot of, you know, romantic films. Is there any time that you would consider doing a full-on action film?
I think you have to be slightly older to do action films. I mean, I'm 29 and I don't even look 29. People think I'm 25. So I think you have to be a little bit older, a little bit more mature to carry off an action film. Like right now you have guys like Ajay Devgan, Imran Khan who are really kicking ass in the action space. And these guys are older, they come with a little more gravity. So yeah, further down the line.
And you've worked with a lot of young heroines. Is there any particular leading lady that you've not worked with that you would like to work with?
Currently, I think Priyanka is the only person that I haven't worked with, and I mean it's really sad because she's a really fine actor, and we've come close. You know, I think 2 or 3 times we've come really close to working together, and it just hasn't happened.
So let's talk about this film now. What would you tell the audience? Why should they come and watch this film? What's this USP of the film?
You know, I've always believed that people will make up their own minds. Nobody's going to go running to the theatre because I said so. If they like the trailers, if they like the songs, people will go. To me, what's special about the film is the relationship between these two. Rahul and Rihanna are strangers when the film starts. They get kind of thrown together. They start to become friends, they become friends, and ultimately there is a romantic track that comes in. But it is primarily a relationship between a guy and a girl that is not necessarily romantic. It's just about 2 people starting to get to know one another, and one guy, Rahul, getting so much from this girl. I think it's the kind of relationship that anyone would be able to relate to. You don't have to watch it with your husband or your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It can be just a guy and a girl. You can watch this and you will find something of yourself in it. You'll be able to look at it and say, yes, that's us.
And what was Kareena Kapoor to work with like as an actor?
You know, Kareena's really chilled out. The awesome thing about her is how unaffected she is by her stardom. I mean, she's huge. She's a fantastic actor. She's a stunningly beautiful woman. But she comes with no baggage. She comes onto set with this thing of, let's do work and let's go home. So you forget that she's Kareena Kapoor and she becomes an actor. It's really cool.
So what are the other films that you're working on except for the film with the very complicated title?
Matru ki bijli ka mandola. I'm actually not working on anything else. You know, I'm not good at multitasking. I cannot do it. Some guys can. You can juggle 3 films at one go. I can't. My brain doesn't work. So yeah, just this one.